Today, we are blessed to have with us Swami Medhajanandaji from Chinmaya Mission, Khopoli. Swamiji pursued his Vedanta course in 1989 to 1991 batch at Sandipani Sadhanalaya, Powai, Mumbai. Swamiji inspires the devotees through his discourses on Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Tulsi Ramayana. It is remarkable to know that Swamiji has conducted spiritual camps at Siddhabari, Kolhapur, Pavas, Chinmaya Vibhuti, Kolvan. It is worth mentioning that Swamiji has conducted 51 Srimad Bhagavatam Saptaha in Marathi and Hindi at various places. Swamiji has served Chinmaya Mission at Kolhapur, Sangli, for a short period at Kargar, and presently serving at Khopoli. Today, Chinmaya Family Pathshala is blessed to have Swamiji on the topic Significance of Ganpati Festival and Ashtavinayaka Yatra. Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om. You are able to listen? Hello?
Yes, Swamiji, clear. Voice is clear.
Okay. First of all, best wishes to everybody for this Ganesh festival. Hari Om. The topic given to me is significance of Ganpati festival and Ashtavinayak Yatra. The significance of Ganesh festival, if you see, human beings are naturally want to express their happiness through some festival. And our Indian culture is full of festivals also. Even if we go to Puranas, when the Lord Rama comes on this earth, Bhagavan Krishna comes on this earth, not only the human beings celebrate his avatara, but all the deities and Gandharvas and Kinnaras, everybody celebrates their avatara. And in Bhagavatam, it is very clearly said that when the Lord Krishna comes as avatara, at that time, the Kinnaras and the Gandharvas, they together sing the glory of the Lord. And it is said, the Gandharvas are very beautiful singers, and Kinnaras are not so beautiful. Their swaras are not so good. But in spite of that, they sing together. What it proves? It proves that when the Lord comes, all the differences, or whatever the Dvaita is there, duality is there, that get dissolved. And at the time of Bhagavan Shankaracharya, when Bhagavan Shankaracharya came on this earth, in this our holy land, that time there were many panthas were there, cults were there. People were celebrating various types of deities to achieve their human goal. But Bhagavan Shankaracharya saw they are conflicting, they are not, they are somewhere also very himsatmak the. So what Bhagavan Shankaracharya said he decided the 5 deities. So from Bhagavan Shankara's time, there 5 deities are very much pujan kiya jata hai, propitiated in our India. That is Vishnu Bhagavan, Shivji, Ganeshji, Devi Ma, and the Surya Bhagavan. Now, if you see the Surya Bhagavan, that festival we do at the time of Sankranti, because the Surya Bhagavan comes to the Uttarayan, so that time we celebrate. For the Vishnu, we have the Ram Janma is there, Krishna Ashtami is there, different things are there. During the Dasera time, we celebrate the festival of the Devi Ma. And for the Shivji, we celebrate the festival of Shivratri and 1 or 2 things. For the Ganeshji also, this Ganesh Chaturthi, this 10 days festival is done. Now, what is the real significance? If we know that, everybody knows the story of the Lord Ganesha's birth. That Lord Ganesha was prepared by the Parvati Ma from the body's dirt. So what it proves, the significance of this, what it is. See, when you have a very rajasic pravrutti, and Parvati is being a prakruti. So it's being when she is doing the karma, naturally when we also do the karma, there is rajas is there, then from that rajas also the tamas also comes, and from that the dirt also comes. And here the dirt is nothing but the ignorance. So from that dirt, as if that from that dirt, she made a boy there, and she gave the order that you should protect my mahal, you should protect my palace. It means what? Spiritually, this prakriti or this prakriti of our also is as if protected by what? By our ignorance only. Whatever we are doing, whatever we doing is born out of the ignorance only. So one day, as everybody knows that she was protecting the palace of the Parvati Ma, and Bhagwan Shivji comes, and Ganeshji doesn't allow him to go inside. So the Lord Shiva gets angry and he just chops off his head. What it proves? It proves that Lord Shiva is nothing but the knowledge. So when the knowledge is there, that ignorance is removed. And when the ignorance is naturally the prakriti, we have to work in this world. So when we have to work in this world, we require head, we require emotions, we require everything. So the Lord asks his ganas to go and bring some any animal, anybody's head that you first see. So they go and they find the this elephant's head, and they bring it and they put on the Ganesh. He becomes a Ganesh Bhagwan. And the Parvati Mata also was so angry. She asked the boon that my child should get worshipped every time. So the first puja in every rituals, everybody knows the first puja is offered to the Lord Ganesha. And this when we are doing this festival for 10 days, one thing is we know that we bring the Ganesh Murti from outside. But in the olden days, people used to do their Ganesh Murti at their home only. So what it indicates, what knowledge we are getting, what bodha or what knowledge we should take from this, that we are this body also we have prepared, we have done with our karmas, with our past karmas. Through that past karmas, we have got this body. So we are the creator, we are the manufacturers, we are the architect of our own physical body. In the same way, we also do it while preparing this Ganesh Murti. We are the designer. The design is definitely is prescribed in the Shastra. According to that, we do the Ganesh Murti. We are the manufacturer also. And through that, then we do the Pran Pratishtha in that, because otherwise everybody is Vedanti now here. This physical body is a dead body. But because of the conscious principles, touch of the conscious principle, this is functioning. Otherwise, this is a jada. So in this jadatva, that murti, we do the Pran Pratishtha. And through Pran Pratishtha, we invoke the Lord there in that murti, and we do the puja. And in Maharashtra, there is a tradition. In somewhere they do the puja for one and a half day. It's some places they do for 5 days, or somewhere they do 7 days, and in somewhere 10 days. Why these different days are there? One is because as we have got this body, everybody in this world has living this body at a different time zone. So we, while doing the puja, while doing the upasana of Lord Ganesh also, we are getting the reminder this body, because of this conscious principle, is functioning, and that while functioning, as the Lord Ganesha has a big head, in the same way I have to use my intellect, I have to use my viveka for what? To function into this world. And when we are doing the right for function in the world, when we are following the swadharma or the kartavya karma, what we get? We get the result. When we get the result, that results are sweet results, and the Lord of Ganesha also gives prasad as a modak. And moda means what? Moda is nothing but the happiness, and ka means giver. So that when you are propitiating the Lord with the remembrance of the Lord, when we perform the action, whatever the results we get, we should accept as a prasad buddhi, as a modak. and we do this, and one day this we have to be very, and when one day we have to give up this body, and it goes back into the nature only. As the Ganesh Murti is submerged into the water, what it proves, it goes into the five elements again. The same way we have to, through this, as if this through festival, when we are bringing the Murti or the preparing the Murti at home and doing the Pran Pratishtha, doing the everything there, and after some time, that what we had to do, we had to just we give up this Murti metal, and when we are giving up the Murti in the water, we say Punaragamanaya, oh Lord, come next year also. In the same, but in the same way, when we are functioning through this gross body in this world, and if we are functioning without a knowledge, what will happen? The Lord will say, Punaragamanaya, you again come in this body and in this world again. For what? To experience the world, to exhaust your vasanas. So how long we are going to exhaust this vasanas? So as we are doing the puja of the Lord Ganesha, we have to understand he is not only the devata of buddhi, but in the Ganpati Atharvashisha we said, Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. Hey Lord, you are none other than the Brahma itself, Brahmaji itself, Brahma itself, the pure consciousness itself. In the same way, when we are doing the puja, propitiating the Lord Ganesha, when we are contemplating upon him, one day we have to understand that I am also none other than the Brahman. इस ब्रह्माइक्य बोध जो है, तो ब्रह्माइक्य बोध हमें इसी जगत में, इसी देह में हमें प्राप्त करना ही पड़ेगा. अगर हम इस जगत, इस जन्म में इसको प्राप्त नहीं करेंगे, तो पुनरागमनाय, इसका मतलब क्या? पुनरपि जननम, पुनरपि मरणम, पुनरपि जनने जठरेश, ये हमें होना ही करना ही पड़ेगा. तो ये न होवे, इसलिए स्पिरिचुअल सिग्निफिकेंस जो है, तो इसका ये स्पिरिचुअल सिग्निफिकेंस मुझे लगता है कि व्हाई वी आर डूइंग द फेस्टिवल ऑफ द गणेश. देयर इज अनदर थिंग, देयर इज इकोनॉमिक एंगल आल्सो फॉर दिस फेस्टिवल. We know because of this festivity, so much of economic activities takes into the market, and this year everybody knows, because we all Indians have boycotted the Chinese material. So in the papers, everybody must have read that in this time China is going to suffer with 40,000 crores of rupees. So we are celebrating our Devata's festival, and we are making rich to whom? That country. So that was wrong. So this time, actually, really speaking, we are celebrating the Ganesha festival with the nationalism also. So this is one of the angle also. The second angle I find in this signature is the social aspect. Because when, suppose there is a Ganesh Murti Sthapana in my house, there are many, in Maharashtra particularly, there are many people, they say that during the Ganesh festival, I will take the Ganesha Darshana at least in 5 houses or 10 houses or 11 houses. So because everybody people have did the Pratisthapana of Ganesh Murti in their homes. So person goes from this house to that house, that house to that house to see the Ganesh Murti, their decoration. When you are going there, naturally there is a bondage between those families. So to bond the society also, that we are the one family. Not only I am not a separate, I am separate, but the whole society is my family. That angle also gets proved here. So that's why this is one more thing. And till everybody does this festival at home only. But during Shivaji's time, Shivaji Maharaj's time, he used this Ganesh festival as a public festival during his time. Why? He wanted to collect the soldiers. He wanted to teach the people through this Ganesh festival. And the same technique or the same idea was taken by Bal Gangadhar Tilak in 1893. And he started the public festival, Sarvajanik Ganpati Utsav. And during those days, Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsavas, because I know when I was small that time, we used to have the melas. In melas means what? That we will go and do the singing, we will do the dancing, we will do some dramas, and some orchestra will come and they will do the musical program. That way it was going. Now that nature has already little bit changed. But the real purpose of this Sarvajanik Ganesh Utsav is to that educate the people for the better cause, for the social cause, for the national cause. That was the main reason why the Bal Gangadhar Tilak has started this public festival. Now I will come to the Ashtavinayak Yatra. So Ashtavinayak Yatra, there are many places where the Ganeshji's murtis are there, temples are there. But particularly in Maharashtra, these 8 places are there which are called Ashtavinayak. They are Morgaon, Siddhivinayak, Ballaleshwar, Mahad, Chintamani, Lenyadri, Vigneshwar and Ranjangaon. These are the 8 places. And the tradition is that you have to start from the Morgaon and again you have to come back to the Morgaon. And this can be done within one day, 2 days, 3 days. During those days, olden days, there was not such a transport facility was there, fast transport was not available. So people has to walk the place, and this is 652 kilometers area, distance. The whole distance comes to 652 kilometers. Now, why this Tirtha Yatra has been given in our Shastras? Tirtha Yatra is said as a tapas also. It is a tapas. Because you have to walk, you have to go through all difficulties, everything you have to do it. So it is called a tapas. And the Tirtha Yatra, when you are doing the Tirtha Yatra, the Shastra says, the scripture says, you should have first-hand information of those places where you are going. You should not just dash there and just have a darshan and do the namaskar and come back. No. You should have the whole history of that place. When you have the history of that place, there's definitely you have a devotion, you have the reverence for that place. Now, during this Ganesh, this Pathshala, I know Morgaon is there. What is the story behind Morgaon? What is the story behind Ranjangaon? That will be told to you. Then you will understand why this is important. And when we start from the Morgaon, what it proves, when the Morgaon when you see the Morgaon and you do the namaskar, and you see this is Ganesha, this is nothing but the Lord Himself, and from there you start with the heart full of devotion of Ganeshji. Now then from there you come to another temple, 8 temples. But when you are going from temple to temple, these 8 temples, you will find the form is different. 8 forms are different forms. So forms are different, but in those different forms, what you are trying to see, only that Ganesha Tattva, that Parabrahma Paramatma Tattva. So, as if this is Ashtavinayak, I felt this is Ashta Prakriti. During these 8 places when you are moving, during this, going through this Prakriti also, you have to maintain, your mind should be focused on what? Only focused on the Lord Himself. In the same way, the teaching, and when you are going from place to place, you will find some are on the banks of the river, Lenyadri is on the hill. And so there are different environment is there. So but the environment is different. The outside situations are different, but the tattva or the conscious principle or the Ganesh tattva is only one. So what we have to learn from this yatra also, one thing is that in front of us, when we are living this life, when we are doing our businesses in our life, day-to-day activities in our life, many forms, many types of people will come, many types of articles will come in front of us, everything will come. But during that time also, we have to see in each and everything nothing but that pure consciousness, the Brahma Tattva. Because our Shastra scriptures always is insisting, particularly in Vedanta, is insisted. If you want the liberation, the only one thing is there. What is that liberation? For liberation, ज्ञानात एव तु कैवलम. ज्ञान से ही मुक्ति प्राप्त होती है. और ज्ञान क्या है? ज्ञान यही है कि सब जितनी भी वस्तुएं, सब पूरा का पूरा जगत जो है, वो पूरा का पूरा जगत, दूसरा तीसरा कोई नहीं है, वह परमात्मा तत्व की ही अभिव्यक्ति है. It is the expression of the Lord in different forms. So when we are working in this world, when we are doing our day-to-day activities into the world, we have to see that supreme reality. To understand this, we are going from place to place. And there also, when you go to the different place with knowing the history of that place, in somewhere in one story it said the Vishnu Bhagwan did the tapasya and the Lord Ganesh ji destroyed the helped him to destroy the demons and everything. So the stories are different, lokas are different, places are different, but the tattva is only one. So through this Ashtavinayak Yatra also, because while we doing this, there are what instruments we have. We have the physical body, we have our tongue, Vani, and we have the intellect. Or that Bhagwan Raman Maharshi has said in Upadesh Saram, the body is there, Vani is there, and mind is there. Through this, what you have to do? The japa, pujanam, japa, chintanam, kramat. Matlab kya? Through this body, when we are doing the tapas, we are doing the tirtha yatra, we do with the help of body we are doing. When we go to that temple, we offer the fruits, we offer the pedhas and all the water, the upchars are there through our physical body. But while walking or while going through this whole journey, through our tongue, we should walk. What we should do? We should all do all the time the japa. And not only the japa, when you are sitting in after the pradakshina and after doing the namaskar to the Lord Ganesha, when you sit into the gabhara and the mandir, you have to think the meditation. So it is a complete sadhana. Thus, because spiritually we have to do the complete sadhana, not in a isolation. Oh, I do only the japa, but I don't do the japa. I don't do the puja. Oh no, I only do the puja, but I don't do the japa. I do the puja japa, but I don't do the chintan. No, we have to, if you want to progress totally, we have to do at the physical level, puja, at the tongue level or the vani level, we have to do the japa, and the intellectual level, we have to do the chintanam. For all these three things can happen during this yatra. And when we complete the yatra, we have to go back to again Morgaon. So why? It proves that from where we have started, we have to come back. In the same way, from where we have started, from where we have come from the Lord. And now we have to go back to God only. Because unless and until we reach the Lord, we will not feel the completeness. Just like Ganga Maya is flowing from the Gangotri and going towards the Ganga Sagar. While when she is running through the fields, she makes so much of noise. And when she reaches the Ganga Sagar, there is also a noise. But if you observe the noise between the while she is flowing and when she has reached the Ganga Sagar, the noise is different, the swara is different, the kyun, because when she was flowing, she wanted to meet the Lord. But when she reaches the Ganga Sagar, the noise is different. That noise comes from the fulfillment. So in the same way, when we are in our life journey, whatever the noise, whatever we are doing is just only to reach that supreme. And when we reach there, then we will have a different perspective, different outlook. And the only one outlook we have to earn as a Gurudev's child, as children, was that what Gurudev used to see all of us as Brahman only. This is nothing but his expression. So we have also to see in this life only that whole world or everything around me is none other than that supreme reality. So this is one of I felt this is the purpose of this Ashtavinayak Yatra. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Swamiji. It's through listening to the subtleties of the talks by great people that we actually connect to the root understanding, what they truly mean, where they have come from to speak their words. Swamiji, your presence here definitely enriched this session. And for this, we remain grateful. Thank you, Swamiji, for giving us your valuable time and precious words. Hari Om, Swamiji.